Requesting a approval of a variance to the building setbacks for the property located at 98 C. Michael Davenport Boulevard. The property may be more specifically identified as PBA map number 050-00-001.13, and this is a city item.
Good evening, Jordan Miller, City of Frankfort, Planning and Zoning. So we've got a lot here on C. Michael Davenport, its own professional office. It's a pediatric dentist office currently. What they're wanting to do is expand the existing parking lot. The typical setback variance for a parking lot in this zone is 6 feet, but they're wanting to make it about 1.5 feet away from the property line, so they need about a 4.5 foot variance. Currently, there's an existing parking lot there, as I mentioned, and they're just going to continue that line along the property line east, so it's not getting any closer than what the existing parking already is. In Article 18, Section 18.05, we talk about dimensional variances in the City of Frankfort zoning regulations. Staff had all positive findings for those 4 requirements, and therefore we are recommending approval with a couple of conditions as listed on page 2 of your staff report. Technical review team has reviewed this, and they didn't have any concerns or comments that would negatively impact this request.
Does anyone on the board have any questions of Mr. Miller? Not hearing any, we'll let you sit down. If the applicant is here, they're welcome to come up and give us additional information. If you would give us your name and address for the record, please.
Lisa Colston. My address is 615 Lucas Lane here in Frankfort, Kentucky. I'm one of the owners. My husband's here with me as well. We own the property at 98 C. Michael Davenport, and we agree with the staff's report and recommendation. But if you have questions specifically for us, we're happy to help.
Any questions? Don't see any. Thank you very much. I don't think there's really much discussion. If someone would like to make a motion for or against the request.
Sure, I'll make a motion that we approve the request in accordance with Articles 4 and 18 of the City of Frankfort zoning ordinance for for Jeremy and Lisa Colston, DBA Larson Kentucky Properties LLC, to approve the variance to the building setbacks for the property located at 98 C. Michael Davenport Boulevard, and that's more specifically identified as PVA map ID number 050-000001.13, and that's with all positive findings in the staff report, and also with the 3 conditions, and I'll read those as well. So number 1, the variance only applies to the building setbacks in the rear yard for an expanded parking lot. Number 2, the variance runs with the land and is transferable. Number 3, the applicant shall submit a building permit application before construction of the parking lot commences. And that's my
All right.
motion.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second. All right. We'll call the roll, please.
Ms. Skidmore?
Yes.
Mr. King?
Yes.
Mr. Carney?
Yes.
Mr. Holder?
Yes.
Mr. Buchanan?
Yes.
Mr. Richardson?
Yes.
Motion carries.
You have your variance. Thank you all.
You ready for me to read that?
Yeah, go ahead.
In accordance with sections 155.232 and 155.085 of the Franklin County Code of Ordinances, Peter Richamagi requests an appeal to modify conditions of approval related to the change of one non-conforming use, ice manufacture and distribution, to another horse supplement packaging and distribution at 814 Clifton Drive. The property is more specifically described as PVA map number 048-20-05-005.1. This is a single-family suburban RB density, and it's a county item.
Good afternoon.
This item will be quite familiar. We had some discussion about this one last month, and the board voted to approve with 4 conditions. The applicant then came back to our office and said that there had been sort of a miscommunication with what their intent was, and that they were, I think, a little bit, unfamiliar with the process and didn't really feel comfortable having go that back and forth in the previous meeting. So they accepted those conditions, but they really felt like those were not going to work for their business operation. So they did go ahead and submit this application again, providing a more detailed email that's in your packet about sort of how their operation works, and the amount of days of operation and number of employees in particular that they plan to have as part of their operation. So staff reviewed this. We still found that the proposed use would be no more intense than the previous use as an ice manufacturing business. So very similar findings throughout our staff report. I just distributed a late submission from the sewer department. They had the exact same notes this month as they did last month, so nothing new there. But wanted to make sure you had a copy of it. So we are recommending approval with the requested changes to the conditions. So on page 5 of your packet, condition number 1 previously stated that the facility would operate no more than 3 days per week. They have requested that they be able to operate up to 5 days per week, and we are agreeable to that. So this recommends 5 days per week. Condition number 2, that the use shall be limited to no more than 4 employees on the premise at any given time. That was previously approved at 1 employee. Number 3 and number 4 remain the same. A business license shall be obtained through the county's occupational tax office, and that any waste products related to the horse supplements be picked up and disposed of off-site using a solid waste service and shall not be discharged into drains leading into the sanitary sewer system. And then we did go ahead and add a 5th condition based on comments from the fire department and comments that we heard during this meeting last month, that there be no on-street parking on Clifton Drive in association with this use. So with that increase in employees, they do still have adequate paving on the property to accommodate up to 4 vehicles, probably more than that, and including allowing for circulation around the building by pickup or delivery trucks. I'm happy to answer any questions. The applicant is here and can probably touch on some of the operational things a little bit better than I can.
Do you have any questions? Anything? Don't see any. We'll let you sit down. Thank you. We'll have the applicant or their representative come up if you would.
Good afternoon again. Thank you for
Yes,
for
if you,
having,
just give us your name and address for the record, please.
Peter Richmogwe,
Okay.
what was that?
Your address.
Oh, the address of the building's 41 Clifton Drive, Frankfort.
So we've had a couple of changes that you've requested, and the staff is saying that they're in agreement with that. It's still within all the requirements we need to do. And have you gone through these? Well, I'll just let you talk about the changes if you would.
Yeah, so in our last meeting, we explained that our business is growing. We just added a pet supplement business as well. And right now, we only have 1 employee that's a temporary employee that goes up there every now and then, and another one that helps with shipping. But as we expand, we hope to expand with this pet supplement business. We're going to have to hire maybe 2 or 3 employees more. The pet supplement business doesn't have as much bulk as the horse business, but it entails a little bit more packaging, more workforce. So, we're expecting to grow it by 2 or 3 more employees. Again, they probably won't be full-time anyway, and the property does have enough parking to have any employee or anybody else that goes up there inside our property and not bothering anybody in the streets. There was, I remember in the last meeting, there was a lot of questions regarding, regarding garbage and stuff like that. We really only throw away mostly packaging, because we don't have anything we don't have any residual leftovers. We try to use everything that we can. It's basically just, seeds and dried fruit, basically. And if we throw that away, we're losing money, so we try not to do. And if we do, we will have a large trash can anyway because we do receive some bulk materials, and we throw a lot of cardboard boxes, mostly recyclable stuff.
Any questions of our applicant?
Do you specifically agree that there won't be any on-street parking? You said there's plenty of parking, you
Yes,
think,
yes.
but you agree to that condition?
Oh, yeah, yes, for sure. And I wouldn't like to park it there anyway, because the streets are, we don't like to bother neighbors, but most of all is because, just safety reasons. We don't want to park anybody, we won't want to allow anybody to park in the street anyway. We have enough parking in the back and on the sides as well.
Thank you.
I don't know if you can see in the pictures.
You're in agreement with all of the
Yes,
new
yes,
conditions that
yes.
they placed upon
Yes,
that?
actually, it's part of what we send out by email, so.
Any other questions? We'll let you sit down.
Thank you.
If we have anyone in the audience who wants to speak on behalf of this, one way or another, you're welcome to come up. Don't see anyone, so we can enter into discussion. Seems pretty reasonable to me. The staff agrees, the applicant agrees. If anyone wants to add anything or just wants to go ahead and give a motion, either way. Anybody?
Do a motion here.
Okay.
In accordance with sections 155.232 and 155.085 of the Franklin County Code of Ordinances, I move to approve Peter Magui's request of an appeal to modify conditions of approval related to a change from one non-conforming use to another at 814 Clifton Drive. The property is more specifically described as Property Valuation Administrator Map ID number 0482005.005.01. Based on staff findings, all in approval, and the recommendations that we listed out that you also agree to.
Okay. We have a motion. Do we have a second? Second. All right. Do you call roll, please?
Ms. Skidmore?
Yes.
Mr. King?
Yes.
Mr. Carney?
Yes.
Mr. Holder?
Yes.
Mr. Buchanan?
Yes.
And Mr. Richardson?
Yes.
Motion carries.
All right. Thank you. I'll let you call the next item when you're ready.
In accordance with sections 155.146 and 155.085 of the Franklin County Code of Ordinances, Tyler Harrod is requesting approval of a conditional use permit to allow for the operation of a multifamily facility at 106 St. James Court. The property is more specifically described as PVA map number 051-0000-048.08.
Good evening, Board. The subject property is located south of the interstate along St. James Court, which is in the 127 corridor. We have seen similar cases. There's precedent for this type of request coming before you all, which leads me to the first point I'd like to draw to your attention. There's a conflict in the zoning code. Section 155.08, which is the table of permitted uses, identifies in the limited commercial zone multifamily as a conditional use, but then if you go to the section for CL, which is 155.146B, it identifies it as a permitted use. With the table of permitted uses being more exhaustive and more detailed, staff is going with that as the correct version. And with me saying it as precedent before, we've seen this before, Twilight Trail and a few other locations. The present structure is a 3-story building with 3 office suites. The applicant's proposing to convert the top floors into multifamily units. The technical review team reviewed the request. The building official had some requirements which would be we will require in the required conditions section. The fire department saying they want a pre-plan and inspection of it as well. No other issues were brought up during the technical review team. The parking on site is sufficient for 10 spaces, although it's not very well marked at the moment, but based upon the size of it, should accommodate 10 parking spaces. Parking requirements for apartments is 1 space per unit plus a half space per bedroom. The applicant is proposing 2 apartments with 3 bedrooms, so with that calculation, it would be 7 spaces required. Staff has all positive findings through the remainder sections of 155, 105A through H. With the additional findings, staff finds that the proposed conditional use will not adversely affect the public health, safety, or welfare, will not alter the essential character in the general vicinity, nor cause a hazard or nuisance to the public. And B, all necessary public services and facilities are or will be available to adequately serve the proposed use. And we have 7 conditions that we're recommending for this one. The first being the conditional use is only permitted at 106 St. James Court. 2, the conditional use is only granted to Tyler Hare to allow the use of the property for multifamily facility. 3, the conditional use is not transferable with neglect to use, location, or person. 4, the conditional use is not transferable, and any change in use, person, or ownership will make the conditional use permit null and void. 5, the applicant shall consult the Franklin County building official for building permit requirements, including but not limited to fire-rated walls. 6, a building permit shall be received in order to implement the office to apartment conversion. 7, all fire department requirements shall be met, including completing a fire pre-plan and a fire inspection prior to the building being occupied. With that, I'd like to enter my report into the record, and I'd be happy to take questions.
Do we have any questions for Mr. Judah? I guess the only question I have is, the building inspector or the fire department will confirm the presence of fire-rated walls in the attic between the units, and would there be also additional fire-rated ceilings from first floor to second?
So my discussion with the building official, he cited a specific section that would apply, and that was specific to whether or not fire-rated walls would be met. So he's going to require engineered stamps on his plans for building permits.
Good deal. Main thing, safety. Yeah,
Correct.
sounds like you've got it covered. All right. Any other questions? We don't see any. We'll let you sit down. We'll let
Thank you.
the applicant come up if you'd like, please. You give us your name and address for the record, please.
Tyler Herod, 125 Locust Hill in Frankfort.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So you've heard the staff report. We have all positive findings. My biggest concern was, since you've got
Correct.
occupants and fire rating and all that, it sounds like it's all covered in the report.
Yes,
Is
and
there
I've also met Greg Owens at the property, and we're going to get the plan together with him if we proceed with it.
Do you have anything you feel the need to add? I don't know if we have questions yet, but it seems like it's pretty,
As it's situated now, I just felt that it would be better suited for multifamily versus a dormant office. It's currently constructed, there's kitchen, bath, multiple rooms on each of the floors. It's not going to take much to convert it, and with the development on 127 and newly constructed multifamily townhomes across the street, we just felt that this could be put to a lot better use than it currently is.
right, okay. Do we have any other questions, Mr. Harris?
There are 7 conditions in the staff report placed on this request. Are you in agreement?
Oh,
with
yes,
those?
yes, I was aware of them, yes.
All right, thank you.
Any other questions? I don't think we have any more for you. We'll let you sit. If there's anyone else in the audience who would like to speak on behalf of this application,
I'm not familiar with the procedure.
if you would, please just come on up to the microphone, give us your name and address for the record.
Yes, my name's Nancy Lovett, and I am owner of the adjacent property to the rear of the building. My daughter and son-in-law currently live there as in a residence.
Is it a single family or?
It's single
multi-
family.
okay.
Actually, Bentwood's Farm was my grandfather's, Brentwood subdivision, my grandfather's farm, way back at the Nash property. And I grew up in this house that my daughter's now living in, and we just had some concerns about, currently, it's all surrounded by businesses. Hers is the only house there, and everything shuts down at 4:30, and there's privacy and no noise and anything like that. So just a concern about the number of apartments, which he answered that, 2 3-bedroom apartments, is that correct?
At maximum.
Okay. And the property, butts right, they have a big yard and everything, and just concern about children maybe being in the area because there's no yard at this office building currently for, any kind of outside activity. So I just was a little bit shocked that this was gonna happen, but I was notified, and I did not request a staff report, so I don't know all the particulars, but I just wanted to address my concern about, I guess, the tenants and,
And I met him and talked with him as well.
yes, he said that you did. So I figured it was pretty much a done deal, and I really don't have any basis for objection, just concerns, more or less. So,
If this may help any, I've already got,
If you would, come on up to the microphone so we can get it on the record, Tom.
if this may help how you feel any, I've already got cameras up on the outside, and my office would be on the ground level, so if there's any kind of nuisances at all, I'd likely cut ties with those residents pretty quickly if they're defaulting in any way.
okay, when would this possibly be available for renters?
Mostly dependent on the conditions that we need to, the requirements that we need to meet first. It'd probably be several months from now.
Okay. Okay.
I do have one question that may affect your concerns. Parking right now, is it the side of the building? And my concern is lighting at night. Make sure that we have down lighting for the parking lot and not shining out to the neighbors, since you have residents behind you. Do you know what the lighting?
I do, and it's kind of difficult to describe as there's more office spaces parallel to it, that the lighting for both of them kind of meet each other. They shine more towards each other versus the house that's in front of it.
You don't have any plans to, where located where her property is yours, to basically have more lighting that way?
To go that way, no.
Okay, all right. So the existing lighting that you're seeing, your family's seeing at night now, I would assume would stay the same?
Yeah, I'm not usually out there at night, so I
Right.
don't know, but
Okay.
they have no complaints currently about the lighting, so.
Good, all right. Okay. Well, thank you for your comments and concerns. If you have anything else you want to add?
No, my daughter said that they did meet with Mr. Harrod, and he assured them that there'd be no riffraff there, but, anyway, they just are used to shutting down and just being just them, after 4:30, so it's gonna be a little
understand.
bit different, so,
Understand that.
Yeah,
okay.
okay,
But progress goes, so,
all right.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tom. No other questions, anyone? Okay. We'll go ahead and, if anyone has need for discussion, happy to have discussion. I don't think everything seems to be taken care of well by the staff, and what I especially like is that the applicant has talked with concerned neighbors, and there's some communication there. That's always helpful. That being said, would somebody like to make a motion?
You want to do this?
Oh, okay. In accordance with sections 155.146 and 155.085 of the Franklin County Code of Ordinances, I am moving for approval of Tyler Harrod's request for a conditional use permit to allow the operation of a multifamily facility at 106 St. James Court. The property is more specifically described as Property Valuation Administrator Map ID number 051000048.08, Limited Commercial District. And with the following conditions. Number one, the conditional use is only permitted at 106 St. James Court. Number two, the conditional use is granted to only Tyler Harrod to allow the use of the property for a multifamily facility. Number three, the conditional use is not transferable with neglect to use, location, or person. Number four, the conditional use is not transferable, and any change in use, person, or ownership will make this conditional use permit approval null and void. Number five, the applicant shall consult the Franklin County building official for building permit requirements, including but not limited to fire-rated walls. Number six, a building permit shall be received in order to implement the office to apartment conversion. And number seven, all fire department requirements are met, including completing a fire pre-plan and a fire inspection prior to the building being occupied.
All right, we have a motion. Do we have a second?
So moved.
All right. Second from Mr. King.
Ms. Skidmore?
Yes.
Mr. King?
Yes.
Mr. Carney?
Yes.
Mr. Holder?
Yes.
Mr. Buchanan?
Yes.
Mr. Richardson?
Yes.
Motion carries.
All right, you have your approval. Good luck to you all. It looks like we have no other new business. Anything else from staff?
No, I believe the official calendar is expected to be adopted by the planning commission this Thursday, so your meeting dates will officially be set. I think you've all received that draft calendar. I don't think we expect there to be any changes unless you all have different that you've seen.
Do you have an update on when you might want to redo the training you talked about?
We were looking at maybe sometime towards the end of February, give us a little bit of time to get back into some things after the new year. But I think probably leaving it kind of Friday morning.
That'd be great.
Like a good time for most folks. So we are gonna look at getting that rescheduled soon.
Okay, thank you. I don't believe there's anything else. Do we have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
All right, second?
Second.
All right, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. We are adjourned. Thank you all.
History.
Oh, no, we've had shorter.
Good. This was pretty short.
It didn't meet the record, did it?
Well, have a good time.